everyone, John Coleman here. It's the beginning of April, and the first thing I always tell people at the beginning of April, the property market is that in theory more houses should be on the market to buy. Basically, the psychology is the hour has gone back, the evenings are now brighter, and houses look better. So you will tend to find, and this is in the second-hand market, more houses coming on stream. So if you've been getting frustrated at the lack of opportunities, well, hopefully now that will change. Um, so that's the first thing I want to bring to your attention. The second thing, and I know I'm going to sound like a broken record here, is interest rates. Again, there was a increase there a few weeks back of 0.5% by the European Central Bank. Now, what this the one difference between this announcement and the previous ones, previously they always signaled that they were going to be increasing the rates again. This time they've actually been taking a different attack. They've actually said they will relook at the data at the time and make a decision at that point. The uncertainty about what's happening in the US banks with the collapse of the Silicon Bank is leading to them sort of questioning in continuing to increase rates when there might be some uncertainty around the banking industry as a whole. But their fundamental goal is to dampen down inflation, and that's what's and they will make their decision based on fundamentally will be what's happening in the inflation um, in Europe at that point. So, but the effect that has obviously is that makes mortgages more expensive, and I'm not. I don't want to kill the dream of buying a home because ultimately I'm in the business of helping people buy homes. But as I always say, I have a duty of care, and I'm always every conversation I'm having with clients at the moment, and all the kind of roadmaps we give to clients at the moment are highlighting what repayments would be if interest rates go up by 2%. Now I'm hopeful that won't happen, but we need to take a kind of that level of thinking so that any purchase that you may make, you're taking that into account, and there's no hidden surprises, basically. So that's the status around interest rates. What about the property market itself? Well, at the beginning of March, there were 13,000 houses um, on the market, which was up by 30% on this time last year. However, well below the 25,000 houses that were available at the beginning of this time, 2019. So while there has been an increase in basically in supply, nowhere near where it would have been at the point of 2019. So I'm going to maintain my view that the prices will kind of flatline for the rest of the year unless something crazy happens in the world, which, well, we've been living in crazy times for the last 4 or 5 years as far as I'm concerned. But as it stands, rates, that there's still a big gap between supply and demand, and even if rates are going to go up a little bit more, I don't see the prices falling in any significant way. That's my view as things stand. On to the final sort of update with regard to banking service. Well, I would like to have good news to report, but again, we're still at the point where the demand is still just so strong, and the banks um, the lack of the leaving of KBC and Ulster Bank is certainly having an impact. As in, like, we're still taking between 2 to 5 weeks to get approvals from banks, and it's not good enough in my opinion. But we have to work with it to help as best we can. What is and where it's very frustrating for people. I have a number of clients at the moment who are gone sale agreed on properties. Now I don't normally tell people don't fall in love with a home until you have the finance approved. But ultimately, this is all about buying a home for yourself. So it's the easiest thing in the world. So yes, you can put a booking fee down and there's no financial risk because if the banks were to say no, you'll get your money back. But when you buy a home, it's the most important things you're going to do. And there is a certainly emotional risk or stress waiting on a bank to actually say yes. So I don't ever overpromise. Sometimes I might sound like a school teacher when I'm telling people the timelines that are involved because I just hate to overpromise and then disappoint. So I will kind of repeat: if you're looking to buy a home in any time future, always, even though it's a pain, get your paperwork together as quickly as possible so that you don't put yourself under undue stress if you find the home that you want to buy. So that's it for my monthly report. Hopefully, you've got some value from it. But of course, as always, if you have any queries, questions, just drop me a mail and I'm here to help. Hope to talk to you soon. All the best for now.